guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I have not been doing a very good job this month of actually using my August stash kit. So I am likely going to extend it for a little while into September because I haven't been using it this month for some reason. So today I'm bringing you a layout with my stash kit. I think this is the first layout that I've done in August, so I did a much better job with it in July. I'm taking just a sheet of black cardstock and I am mounting this kind of phrase paper that's a white background with gray words. And it's from Studio Calico, as well as these other two pages that are also from Studio Calico. So one of them has it's a light blue with typewriter keys, like circles with letters inside of them. And then the other one is just a white with a pale gray polka dot. And I am going to layer them up offset on my layout, and this is something I've been doing a lot lately, is creating this kind of offset look. And then right now I'm going to go ahead and punch holes around both of those two top layers of pattern paper, and I'm going to do some stitching. So I'm just using this piercing tool from Amy Tangerine, and then I've gone ahead and stitched around the blue layer with some red, and then the other layer with some black to make them stand out even more. And that's a really subtle way to add kind of a really big impact on your layout, because the color combination in that background is very kind of light. And so this allowed me to add some definition between each of those layers. And then I went ahead and grabbed my photo and I've mounted it on a piece of pattern paper that is red and it has X's on it, and it is from Wild Whisper Designs. And so I have a white mat directly around my photo and then that reddish mat outside of that. And then I'm just kind of looking at where I want to layer up some of these embellishments and things that I've pulled out. So I have all of those tags that are from, I believe they're from Fancy Pants Family and Company. And so I'm going to have those in that top left and the bottom right. And I'm going to kind of use those as my two embellishment clusters that go around my photo. And so I want to use those big gray thickers to say I am. And then I also want to use that word play, which is an acrylic from Bella Boulevard, and I ended up snapping it in the middle, which happens to me with acrylics sometimes. And so I am going to go ahead and use it anyway. It doesn't bother me to have that, and I can just kind of glue it back together when I get it on my page. And so you can tell if you look closely, but for the most part, it's no big deal. It's not something that bothers me. So I'm going to go ahead and map my photo here, kind of overlapping off of this edge, and then I'm going to get all of these little hexagons kind of lined up the way I want them to go and glued down as well. And so this is a black and white photo of my son, and it's just looking at him. He's playing soccer in the foreground, and then there's basketball courts in the background. And it was taken at night, so the lighting wasn't great, but it looks amazing as a black and white. And so I took it from ground level. So I'm basically laying on the ground looking up at my son playing soccer with his dad. And so I am going to add Born to Play in those really cool letters from Chamel, and they're from, I believe it was Go Now Go. And those are going to go along the bottom, so that the page itself is going to say I am born to play, but it also is going to say I am an athlete. So you'll see that in a second. And then this play is going to go down at the bottom. So I've taken this circular frame from Fancy Pants, that same Family and Company collection, and added that Wild Whisper Designs paper behind it to create kind of a different element. And I really like how that looks, and I'm going to end up repeating that up on the top right above my blue paper when I keep working through the layout. So you will see that coming back here in a few minutes. And there I'm kind of deciding, yeah, I really want to add that extra circular piece. So I'm also backing that with the red to give it a little more pop of color. And it's going to tuck into my stitching up there on the top of the layout. And then I've also added some puffy stickers. So I have a camera, and then I have that little circular emblem by my title that says Find Your True North. And those were both from the Pink Paisley Outfitters collection. And so then I'm trying to decide if I want this same big gray alphabet to say an athlete and run that along the blue. And I go ahead and put it down, and then I end up where it's not going to stay there. So to me, it was a little bit too big for the space, and it was a little bit too much text. And so I didn't know how I was going to like it until after I had already done it. So then I did take 3 of these little gray asterisks and add them to different places around my kind of embellishment clusters. And I'm going to just kind of tuck those in and make those fit. And then I'm pulling out some enamel dots, and these are just like a pale blue color that match that pattern paper. So I have this little pop of blue. And this is a color combination that I really like to use. So this kind of gray, black and white, and then the red, pops of red and pops of that light bluish color. And so I am grabbing some of my sequins that I put in this kit, and these are from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and these are also going to go in my embellishment clusters. And so there you can see that I have changed that alphabet over on the left-hand side to be the Distressed Gray Alpha, which is another thicker that I had pulled for this kit. I did add some stamping that says starting now and everything about this kind of around my photo. And that's going to do it for this layout. So I really hope that you enjoyed, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!